All right, man. I'm sad about it. You know I'm a Tony Ferguson fan. El Cucuy. Yes, indeed, man. The boogeyman. But last night, man, we saw him fight Beneil Dariush. And whoo, shout out to Beneil, man. He controlled and dominated that fight from start to finish, all 3 rounds. I couldn't believe it. I mean, when you first just look at stylistically, we know these both of these guys are very violent. They both like to inflict punishment. But with El Cucuy, man, this is a guy that was on one of the longest winning streaks in UFC history. And then we saw him take, 2 beatings. Well, yeah, realistically, 2 beatings, man, when you think about his previous 2 fights prior to this. So, you're hoping that this was going to be different. You were hoping that the other two were just different circumstantial things that played into it. And you're like, all right, well, this fight is going to be the one where he gets back on track. This is the fight that we want to see where, he's going to get that confidence back that we saw during that win streak that he had. But it turned out to be similar to what we saw in the Oliveira fight and obviously in the Gaethje fight. Man, he got hit a lot, and then ultimately when he got taken down, the thing that we typically love and come to always expect from Tony is how lethal he can be on the ground off of his back, right? That's what made it such an intrigue when we wanted to see him fight Khabib Nurmagomedov. He can do some different submissions. We know he loves his Darce choke and things like that, guillotines. But in these last 3 fights, man, when he's been on the ground, they've been able to, in terms of his opponents, been able to really control him and not allow him to have any type of success. And like I said, for 3 rounds, we saw that happen again. I mean, Beneil, he punched harder when he was on the ground. I mean, he just looked like the stronger, more superior grappler. And it was just very disheartening watching the fight happen the way it was. I mean, I know the crowd was booing at times, but that's because we're all Tony fans. We all wanted to see Tony come back and do something spectacular. And for a while, we thought he was going to get a second. We thought we had it, but Beneil was just too much. And then shout out to Beneil, man. He had one of the nastiest heel locks ever. I mean, the way Tony was just grimacing in pain throughout this 10 to 20-second window of him fighting this submission attempt, it was insane. We all thought that, the leg was just going to be just trashed after it. And sure enough, once he gets up, man, you could just see him struggling to move. And Tony just never really was the same on the feet after that either. But man, tip of the cap to Beneil. He's going to be another interesting guy in that division. You talk about just the lightweight division and how it's packed full of dogs. Beneil is right in that conversation, man. What he was able to do to Tony in this spectacular fashion and really outclass him puts him in a conversation where you're going to want to see him versus some of these top five, some more of these top five guys, but some of the younger guys, right? Because obviously Tony's a little bit older. So I'm excited to see where this division continues to go, man. But as a whole, definitely was a good fight. I enjoyed it. I just hated the fact that it had to be Tony on the other end of it. But either way, let me know your thoughts on the fight. I appreciate you for tuning in. And until next time, baby. Peace.